Who in the NBA would you compare your game to if you were going to throw that out there?
It's just lame to say because it sounds like I've been saying this forever, and it's Steph. That's just how I play. When he was a freshman at Davidson, I saw him and I said, oh my God, I've never seen someone play basketball like me in my life. I don't relate to him as much anymore. Now he's like too mainstream, so I don't even give a fuck about him anymore.
Yeah, got you. Lil Dicky.
Well, I actually just go by Dave.
So Dave.
Yeah.
So cut the Lil Dicky.
Well, I don't know. I guess it makes sense to, promote
Where did Lil Dicky come from?
Honestly, it's
it's
a small penis joke. It's not that.
Since you're a true Philly fan, I want to know, what was your reaction when my big nose friend over there got signed to the Philadelphia Sixers, man?
Don't start.
I'm
Joy.
good, Pete.
Joy. I mean, for years we've been setting ourselves up for this summer to have this opportunity personally as a fan. Like there was only one move that would have remotely satisfied me. It was getting Paul. And now the other moves they made also were just like so satisfying as well. First off, the best part of my entire career as far as my success, my favorite part about it is that like I've become friends with the Philadelphia 76ers and like the general manager. And like having that relationship to like text Daryl Morey and be like, what are we doing? And he usually doesn't even.
Yeah.
Well,
He usually says like, I can't possibly discuss that over text.
That is hilarious.
But anyways, he said, hey, would you be interested in making being a part of the pitch video? And I said, absolutely. I said, is there anything specific you want me to talk about? And they didn't really have anything in specific. And I just thought, what would,
what would seal the deal?
What would be pertinent information? And look, I'm from Philadelphia. I know where your dollar goes in Philadelphia. I have like a house in LA. If I spent the same amount of money on that house in Philadelphia, it would be like 100 times bigger. Your bang for your buck goes so much further in Philadelphia.
They say you master at nicknames. They say you good at this. So
Who said that?
don't worry about it. They said it.
It's
I'm
Lil
nosy.
Dicky.
You gotta run that
nickname.
So we need a nickname today, man.
I'm done with nicknames.
Go
I'm
ahead.
too old.
Go ahead. Give us to a day.
Thank you.
This is a good one. You might react negatively.
Ooh, here we go.
Oh shit.
Drum roll, please.
Gorgeous George.
Love it.
And every time he hits a three, it's gorgeous. Like they say, gorgeous. Maybe not that part of it.
I don't know.
Didn't we say
I
something?
think we could work with that.
Y'all like that?
I see some thumbs down. I don't know, Lil Dicky.
We'll keep it PG.
Gorgeous George.
Really, really trying to keep it PG.
Have you ever thought of
He
dropping
really
the Lil?
thinking.
Never.
No.
No.
Because that kind of is just.
It was
that's
just recently. It was on Jeopardy. It was said like the question was like it was like Dickie, John, Uzi Vert, and the woman was like, "What are Lils?" It was like one of the best things that ever happened to me. So thank God I didn't drop it.
I might have been puzzled on that. Like Dickie,
No, she got it right away.
Uzi.
It's pretty cool.
You know what was dope about the
John.
Philly experience of going to the cheesesteak
What?
place? There was this kid that was hooping. And you know how hot Philly is.
Yeah.
It's humid. It was probably like, I don't know, mid-90s, humid as fuck. And across from Geno's is that little basketball court. So there was a kid hooping over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching him. He's watching me, but he's like amazed that like, no way, that could be Paul George here in Philly right now. So he like keeps staring at me, but he's still hooping. Finally, he makes his way over, right? So he's like questioning me, like, why are you here? I'm like, I signed here. Like, I'm coming to Philly. He like, bro, you know where you at? Like, so now I'm getting nervous. Like,
Yeah. You're never going to feel love the way that you're going to feel in
I
Philadelphia.
felt it though. Like,
It's so real, and we're so hungry. It's been like 45 years or something since we've won and it is a football town, but it's just as much a basketball town.
Dave, I want to know how challenging it was for you to, earn respect in the music industry. Because when I look at you as an artist, you really did, in my opinion, blend kind of that comedic vibe into rap. And I think sometimes people could look at that and say, oh, well, he's just being funny. It's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm so aware I didn't make it easy for myself. I named myself Lil Dicky. Like I kind of, handcuffed myself a little bit, but I don't regret that name at all. I love it. I think it's a catchy name that has stuck.
Now, what's harder though, the TV industry or the music industry?
Well, for me, I think I am naturally like, I roll out of bed more naturally a script writer, comedian, director than I roll out of bed a rapper. If I'm being honest. Like it takes more things going well for me to make a song than
Is that the because you're getting older, you changed to that, or it's always been like that?
Music is more like this mysterious thing that you have to kind of like sit back and like catch the right perfect thing, for me at least. Whereas TV show, I can wake up, work hard, and execute.
When you're doing your album, right?
Yeah.
And you're starting off with this song, is it an outline that you go off of and you want to plug in this story after this story? After
It varies.
That
It varies. Sometimes, yeah, like I have like a Google Doc that has like lists of stories that I like feel like I need to tell, you know, and then I
You
receive
got an episode of Dave with that, huh?
I did.
Man, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I know.
Yeah, thank you.
Having people on the show and watch their show. Go ahead, Dave.
Like a part of me as a rapper wishes I could just like at all times talk my shit and just make great music and have fun. I don't want to have to always like make this genius fucking story into like a funny hit. You know what I mean? So it's balancing, but at the same time, that is kind of what I'm great at, you know? So it's balancing those worlds.
Write a musical.
I do want to write a musical one day.
That'll be dope.
That would be
That
dope.
would be dope
I
because
do.
it's doing both.
Is it a rabbit hole if you writing a song out, you writing lyrics, you be like, you know what? This could be a good ass episode. Like, let me turn this into an episode.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
vice
yeah.
versa.
All of it works in tandem,
Okay.
for sure.
Can
Yeah.
you work on both at the same time? Can you be writing a
I have
script
to.
and
It's
a
hard.
lyric?
It's hard. But I have to. Like, yeah, it's
My
really
brain will.
it's hard. And like there have been times where it's unfortunate too, where it's like, oh, you know, we wrote into this episode that, you know, this episode starts with a verse that Dave at the thing, and it's like the thing shoots the next morning. We wrapped at like 2 a.m. I got to be on set at like, 10 a.m. and the verse isn't written. And I have to write the verse. That's a terrible position to be in. I wouldn't recommend it. It sucks to be put in. But also, there's something that I like about Back to the Wall. It is what it is. There's almost less pressure.
Well, before we end the show,
Yeah.
when we have a guest like yourself, we always ask them a question about, is there anything that you want to ask PG while you got him here? Ask him anything you want. And
Let's put me on the spot.
I got to, P. So it's on you, Dave. Ask this man whatever you want, he answer it.
As a rapper and as a guy who makes like TV, movies, whatever, since I've become that, like when a new album comes out or a new movie comes out, I find it impossible to enjoy the same way because I'm analyzing it competitively.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like box score watching, Sports Center watching, being like annoyed when like someone else goes off?
I obviously like watching other players in my positions. I like watching, obviously, guys that I think I'm compared to or I want to compare myself to. And I like to gauge where I'm at, how I'm playing, how they're playing from a competitive standpoint, right? What is Jimmy doing? What is KD doing? Like, how good is, like, what plays Bron's doing? Like, I think it helps from a mental standpoint of, like, just seeing plays that they're doing. Let me try to incorporate that. Let me try to add that to my game because I am a student of the game. I love watching the game and seeing how can I grow every year, every game, every opportunity. So to answer your question, yeah, for sure.
Let me just tell you, it's a delight to watch you play.
We appreciate you blessing the show, a podcast.
Thank you,
Here,
sir.
ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you
give it
for
up
having
for Lil Dicky, Dave.
So fun. Thank you guys for coming out.
What an awesome crowd. You guys were unbelievable. Appreciate y'all coming out and supporting the show. Thank Uninterrupted Film Festival for having us and putting this on.
Look at that sign, P.
You got to give him a hug.
Can you please sign my jersey?
Come here. Come hug him. Come here.
Oh, look at
there
that.
we go.
Come
You
here,
know
Dave.
what? Let's do it.
There we go, Dave.
What jersey he got on?
Hey,
The
Dave.
All-Star?
Give him a hug.
They want me to give you a hug, bro.
Give it up.
Thank
Give
you.
it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a fan. He a fan. He a fan.
You guys didn't bring some.
Bro, appreciate you.
All right, we ready? Everybody come there. Get just sit side by P. Just play it.
You know how this